All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:45 in the morning on the 31st of March, 2021, and this is my strategy session for the day. First up, with the large cap movers, I'm looking at CLF today. The news on CLF is it has adjusted 2021 guidance, and it's done well. I think it just recently reported earnings. Oh no, it's got earnings coming up. So this is a guidance adjustment that it's getting a pop on. So I have a level at $18.18, $18 even, and $17.82. I don't know how many shares I'll take on this one. And as of right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see it just blow through 1818. So I'll probably put more emphasis on share size at $18 and $17.82. I imagine I'll probably go for something like 600 shares on this one. So maybe I'll put 200 at 18 even and then 400 at 17.82. All right, so then Plug Power is building a plant. It's partnered with someone here. Plug Power and Brookfield Renewable to build a green hydrogen plant. So it's getting a boost. That's the catalyst. I have price support at $34.45 and $33.72. I've played Plug before when it was still a small cap. You can see back here, Plug started popping up in the middle of 2020 here. And it was in these days, somewhere in here, where I played for some shares, nothing really big. I'm pretty sure I was profitable on it. Now you can see it's pulled back from this massive run. And it's pulled back, quite significantly. Let's actually, I'm going to put a Fibonacci on this real quick. And if it's done a 50% retracement and then recovers, then that's a good thing. So it's down to right now. It's just above its 38, and just below where it broke out. The technicals aren't very strong here. I'm willing to make a trade though for 1%. A move back up above this 37 area will be really bullish. I'm going to put a level on that. I'll put an alarm there too. So if it decides to move back above 37.51, retest, and then continue higher, then that will also be a trade. And I'll have a high degree of confidence in that trade. All right. So next up is Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson is pretty volatile. Right now it's you can see there's this gap back here. There's a gap down after earnings, rather disappointing earnings. And it's right at the top of that gap. You can see these old levels here. I'm going to clear those off real quick. So there's this gap right here at 39.30. If it were to open right now, it would open above that gap. So there's probably going to be a lot of resistance there. Now the bottom of the gap here is at that's 35, roughly 35.80 is the bottom of the gap. We'll see how this one plays out. And this is many years ago, I played a HOG. This is when I was still just kind of, I was still working a regular job. And I would jump in and out of HOG on occasion. And I don't think that I've made a lot of money on it, or if I haven't made a lot of money, I haven't lost a lot of money on it either. But there's a lot of price movement in Harley Davidson. It's just kind of always moved a lot. So it's getting a bump up today. It's possible that it could also see some support here at the top of this pivot right here at roughly 38.80, we'll call it. I'm going to let it do its thing today. If it decides to pull back to close the recent gap here, the gap up that's doing today, then I'm a buyer. It's on watch. So yeah, that's just kind of is what it is. All right, and put an alarm there. RKDA. Now this is one that I've had on watch for quite some time, and actually you can see here this is in my risk range plays, and I've actually already averaged into 1,000 shares at let's see, an average of $2.52. I've been averaging into this for about the past, I don't know, somewhere around in here. I started averaging in. I started buying like 100 or 200 shares a day, starting somewhere in here. I've forgotten exactly. Actually, I can look and see where my first purchase was. RKDA. On the 15th of February, that's where I started averaging in, right here. Let's see, March 15th. On this day right here, I started averaging in. I've got 1,000 shares, so let's see, this price was all the way at $3. And I'm in at $2.52 per share on average. Yeah. So, I guess I'll show you this in the recap today. I'll show you what I did. I bought 500 shares on the 29th. So back here on this dip, I bought it at 230, 232, 234, 235, 240, and 245 back here on this day right here. So the majority of the half of the position that I put on was right here on this day, and I bought another 500 shares in this down area right here. So it's popping up today. It released earnings, and its earnings were really quite impressive. I'll go back over here to the momentum to look at the news. RKDA Biosciences announces fourth quarter and full year 2020 financial results. Earnings per share is 90. Let's see if I can find a better one. Net income of 90 cents per share, reversing from a loss of 72 per share a year earlier. Shares of the hemp, wheat, and soybean seed supplier were up nearly 30% in after-hours trading. Two analysts polled by Capital IQ expected loss of 41 cents per share if comparable. Revenue for 3 months ended December 31st was $7.1 million, up from $416,000 a year earlier. Analysts had expected $1.3 million. So that's 5 times roughly. It beat revenues by 5 times and beat earnings by well over 200%. So it's good news. However, yesterday, if you remember, VTSI also outperformed in earnings. And you can see here, it did get a bump from the open. I traded it yesterday and made a few $100 off of it. It was nice. But you can see, earnings, good earnings call. Yeah, you can expect stock to get a bump in price. However, 1 quarter does not make a trend. If this is going to be a growth company, it's going to be a growth name that's going to take longer than just one earnings report. It's going to take more than just one, and it's an outstanding earnings report. It is, but it's going to take more than that just to keep this thing, the stock price going up. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell half today. We'll see. I might even trade it. I've got last in, first out. So if I buy more shares today and make some profit on the price action today, then I can just sell off what I traded today and still have my core position. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so TAOP, here's another one. I've seen this one pop up often in recent history. It's popped up in my scanner. You can see, I'll go back to the daily here. On a few days, I've been sitting here and trading, and I have my small cap momentum trader or my small cap momentum scanner open, and TAOPs hit the scanner quite a bit recently. Look at this huge run from $3 to $15. Here's another day back here. This is in January of 18. So this thing has a history of popping up. If it opened up right now, it would be above this area here. I'm not really, excited about trading small cap momentum. It really has to be showing signs of a lot of strength for me to jump in. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So then, other than that, let's take a look. I'm going to pull down. I haven't even opened them up yet. Let's go to my portfolio. SPY. And actually, what I was even more interested in commenting on here was the VIX. So here we are with the VIX. And you can see here, we're making attempts to get below the bottom of this gap. And that's going to be a big signal for some buyers to come into the market. If we get back below this, the late February level of VIX on the VIX, then there are going to be just a lot of buyers. If it were to open up right now, it would open up at 19.6, which is about 1.5 points away from the bottom of the VIX there. Looking for this thing to break through the bottom there. And it's lower into the gap that it's been since February of 2020. So it could be range bound. We could just see this. Could just see this thing kind of bob back and forth for a few days, a few weeks. Just kind of run back and forth in this range before it makes a move down or before it makes a move up. Who knows? So seeing this thing drop below 18.2 and then hold below 18.2 would be extremely bullish. All right, everybody, that is the recap, or that is the morning session. Good luck out there trading today. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a message, and I will see you at the recap. All right, everybody, out.